Hello and welcome to my channel, Firzj here. In this video I'll share with you some key tips and recommendations on how to efficiently start your new adventure, what to do next and how to understand this game better. So let's begin. What class should I choose? Here's a simple answer to this question. Choose any class that you like the most in appearance and playstyle. Every class in this game has plenty of different archetypes, and in the late game you will definitely manage to create your own favorite build to slay demons in style. At least that's how the game should be intended, to be played on any class and balanced enough to be on the same level with other players. There's no doubt that at some point many different skills and items will be reworked and tweaked for more balancing experience, so don't rely on build guides early on, just pick any desired class and start playing the game. Once you gain more levels, find more rares and legendaries, your character will drastically change for the better. Once you have decided what class to pick, it's time to choose the difficulty level, Adventurer or Veteran. While they look pretty much straightforward and veteran players may certainly want to choose Tier 2, I recommend you to start on World Tier 1 for several reasons. On this difficulty level, enemies, especially bosses, will have significantly less HP and you will get the same amount of loot as on Veteran. Of course you will receive 20% more XP and 15% more gold, but while you are leveling and still learning your class, you will still be able to enjoy the game on World Tier 1, test many different skills, find legendaries, finish random events and quests. I'm pretty sure that if you plan to clear every single side quest and dungeon or undiscovered zone, you'll definitely hit the maximum level fast and finish the story to unlock the endgame activities and new nightmare difficulty, which will unlock new unique items and nightmare dungeons. Plus the game doesn't force you to level up to continue the story as it was in Diablo Immortal, and most of the enemies and events adapt to your level anyway, so you will always face some enemies and elites that will test your limits. If you feel that your hero is too strong and you one-shot elites, you can always increase the world tier in town and call your friends for additional power boost and XP. There are some good ways to level up your character fast, finishing random events or dungeons with your friends for class aspects, which can be later used to convert rare items into legendary. Each friend that runs next to you will increase your XP by 10% up to 30%, but it seems this multiplier doesn't work for the story and side quests and only applies for killing monsters around the world. So as long as you kill enemies, especially elites, in a group, you will get much more experience than doing it in solo. The only problem with the group is that side quests are not shareable and each player must pick them on his own. If you are going to play Diablo 4 in a group, I recommend you to be always in sync with your party members, because if you skip some story quests, you will have to finish them anyway in your own world state. While you can certainly join any players and continue doing quests in his world state, it won't progress your personal story. For example, during my beta sessions, my story quest glitched and I didn't receive an ability to teleport to town, so I had to return to my world and finish some of the quests solo to continue playing with my friend without losing anything important. If you're going to play the game solo, then honestly I think it is the best decision by far to learn more about the game, your class and its story. Because if you play with friends, you will always feel a sense of a rush and your chatter can distract you or your friend during cutscene and you won't understand a thing about the story. But once you finish the whole campaign and maybe all the side quests, it would be definitely a good idea to join your friends and start doing endgame activities without focusing on the dialogues. During the game you will surely find many different items, common, magic and rare. Most of them are pretty much useless unless you have nothing else to equip, so you should always focus on rares and check what properties they offer. Some of these rare items may even grant you +1 to certain skills, so don't miss the chance to use these extra points and adapt your build if needed. If you find a really decent rare item, you can upgrade it on blacksmith for resources, but don't get too carried away because you'll definitely need more gold and resources later. Same applies to occultists who can reroll one property on your gear. Additionally, if you finish few dungeons before, you will be able to seal a class aspect and create a legendary item from it. Make sure to craft it, but don't overdo it. Save your resources for later, because during leveling you will inevitably find better gear in new zones and from story quests. Even if your gear is pretty good, you have plenty of armor, extra skills and different sockets, I recommend you to focus on your weapon as often as possible, because your base damage enhances your attacks and abilities. In case you find a legendary weapon, you may also consider two options: either equip it to boost your base damage or dismantle it from occultists to extract its aspect, which again can be used to convert any rare item into another legendary. So long story short, keep watching for weapons, salvage or sell unnecessary items, and save as many resources as you can. And also one more thing, don't forget to visit the alchemist in town to improve your potions. You will be able to upgrade your potions on certain levels, level 20, 30, 45 and beyond. For this you will need to gather plants around the world, which is not that difficult. Just remember to visit alchemist and your life will become easier, especially on hardcore. Once you familiarize yourself with the environment, you can continue doing more side quests, random events or world bosses, and also find statues of Lilith, unlocking new waypoints, clearing strongholds with dungeons and discovering hidden areas. Whenever you finish these activities, you will gain reputation in one of 5 available zones. Always check your progress on the map and press W to see your possible rewards. Once you reach certain number of points, grab your reward from the map and use it on any of your current and future characters, because these rewards are account-wide. Plus you don't have to complete all of them to get the first 3 regional rewards. But keep in mind that all these found and finished activities, including Altars of Lilith, are not account-wide and you will have to search for them again. But it shouldn't be a problem, because data miners have already digged the entire map and shown all points of interest. As for the random events, don't hesitate to finish them. They barely take more than 2 minutes and you receive XP and then an in-game currency for gambling in town. So if one of your items is significantly behind in level, you can trade these shards for a certain piece slot. Speaking of world bosses, don't miss the opportunity to participate in these fights on World Tier 1, as they grant you plenty of XP, legendary items and 1 bounty cash every week. I guarantee you that even if you are under-leveled, you can still kill these world bosses with a group of other players. If you want an extra challenge, you can tune the difficulty setting to World Tier 2, but trust me, these rewards are not worth your time and effort. Just kill the boss on Tier 1 and move on to other activities. Okay, it is time to summarize all the tips that I would personally use when I start the game. Always pick the class you like the most. It can be their appearance or playstyle, it is up to you. Keep in mind that all fresh characters are weak anyway, and they lack skills and legendaries to show their true power. Just pick the class, ignore most of the build guides early on, as you won't get all the required legendaries fast anyway, and most skills will definitely be rebalanced by Blizzard. Play on World Tier 1 with your friends or solo and enjoy the story. If you find legendaries or decent rares, don't rush to upgrade them. Save your gold and materials for later. Use it only for your weapons, potions and to reset skills. Don't forget that you don't have to finish all dungeons and side quests to get your regional rewards. And I'm pretty sure you'll still make it to level 50 even if you save half of the content for next difficulty levels. As long as you follow these steps, you will easily understand this game and get used to the local activities. And that is all for now. Thank you for watching and listening. If you still have some questions, leave a comment below and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you want to support my work, you can also support me on Patreon. Also special thanks to my patron Michael Kumler for being a valuable member. Thank you, I'll see you in the next videos, have a nice day and stay safe.